Hello. Hello. I'm gonna be able to hear the rain outside. It's just sprinkling, but my mic is sensitive. But as you know, the title, I modded a mod for I'm just gonna go right into it. You might know DragonMine Z. It's a Dragon Ball mod. It's a really good Dragon Ball mod for 1.20.1. I'm pausing a little series. I'm pausing a series to make this video. Sorry. But this is what I've been working on yesterday and up until 4 today. So first up, what I did with the Super Saiyan lineup. So I didn't change the normal stuff. Super Saiyan 3, and it goes here, right? I added Super Saiyan God. Oh yeah, if you haven't used the mod before, this mod adds a bunch of Dragon Ball Z stuff, but it doesn't really add much Dragon Ball Super stuff at all. Well, and so I decided to look at the files and see if they were easily editable, and they absolutely are. I also added Super Saiyan Blue and Super Saiyan Blue Evolved. But I wanted to do more, so I did. Super Saiyan Blue 2 and Super Saiyan Blue 3. I'm in creative mode right now, so that's why my stats aren't going down, or like my energy and stamina. I'm not even at Super Saiyan God level on that stuff. Yeah, I added all that. I also added the legendary Super Saiyan stuff, which includes Wrathful, Legendary Super Saiyan, Legendary Super Saiyan 2, Legendary Super Saiyan 3. And Wrathful God. And Legendary Super Saiyan Blue. And Legendary Super Saiyan Blue 2. And Legendary Super Saiyan Blue 3. Because I can. The more the merrier, I say. But wait, there's more. Yeah, you can go, let me start at the beginning here. You can go the normal stuff. You can tell it's something that I did if it has all the text like this. You can go straight to Super Saiyan God. You can start at Wrathful, which is a normal start, or you can go straight to Legendary Super Saiyan. You can also go straight to Wrathful God. There's also, I'll show that off after this. I also did stuff with the Yozaru stuff, which is why I have a tail. Normally I don't. It's a normal Ozaru and the golden Ozaru. These are base game. But I added golden Ozaru 2, golden Ozaru 3. These two don't look any different than golden Ozaru 2 or normal golden Ozaru. But I did try to add like some long hair on the Super Saiyan 3 hair on the golden Ozaru for golden Ozaru 3, and it didn't work. I'm kind of disappointed by that. There's also Ozaru God and Ozaru Blue and Ozaru Blue Evolved. That's not all of them though. There's one more Ozaru form to go over, and I already passed it. There it is. Legendary Ozaru, which makes you a little too big, and it kinda messes up the FOV a little bit. And you can't go a lot of places, but it's an option. And I think that's it. I might as well show it off. You might see that there. Let me just show off all the Kaioken for people that don't see the mod. There's normal Kaioken, which is Kaioken times 2. There's Kaioken times 3. Kaioken times 4. Kaioken times 10. And Kaioken times 20. These are all base game. But I increased the limit. So now it goes Kaioken times 50. Kaioken times 100. Kaioken times 200. Oh yeah, and at this point there's lightning. Or electricity. It's Kaioken times 500. And then the last one is Kaioken times 1000. These are all stackable on top of transformations, by the way. So if I really wanted to, Legendary Ozaru Kaioken times 1000. And the stats for this are good. Are good. And that's everything I added to the Saiyans and the overall. You know, like all the stackables. But there's also the rest of the races. So I'm going to show off what I did with the humans. I was just playing with other mods over there. Let's show off the buffed lineup. So I don't think I changed the normal buffed. Ignore that. That was just the world just loading. The little lag there. There's normal buffed. There's buffed giant. And then there's buffed legendary. This was just to give the humans something that made them bigger. This makes you really slow though. Like I can't fit through here without crouching. Never mind, I can't fit at all. And then it goes right into what I'm about to show next, which is full power. This lineup I don't think I changed at all. It's the full power, and then there's the overdrive. Is there anything after this? Oh, God form. Now in Dragon Block C, I noticed that it just makes the eyes red. But I thought about it, and I figured, why wouldn't it change the hair of the humans? I'm not a huge Dragon Ball fan, so I don't know how that would work. But like thinking about it, I just figured it'd be smarter to just make the hair red. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, God form. And then there's the... This one was just a gift I had from, you know, whenever you have, like, ideas, like, cool stories. This is called Gift of the Fire Goddess, and it has different, like, versions. This does change the color of your aura. I just have mine set to that color. But there's 4, there's Stand, Determined, Limit Breaker, which gives you the buffed body. And then there's Accept Death, which is meant to really drain your health, but give you huge stat, like a huge stat boost. I'm not gonna test it because I know I'm gonna test it. I'm gonna die instantly though. If I remember correctly. Oh, no, it just stops it before it kills you. Let me see what level. Oh, you're supposed to, like, you unlock that one at level 4 of the forms. Then I also just felt like it. I added super. I forgot I was in survival. Let me explain myself. I added super, but not Super Saiyan. I added Supersonic. There's also the Supersonic 2 that was in Frontiers. And, of course, the Hyper, which makes you a little fast. That's it. I don't think I added any more. Yeah, no, that was it. But hey, now the humans actually have something. The super forms, the buffed and full power and all that, and the gift of the fire goddess are all human unique. So they have something now. Next is the Frost Demon, which is Frieza's race. I didn't know what to add. Oh, and before I show this off, every race has a god form, which is actually what this is in right now. Yeah, base, we're going to start with showing off the forms. We have first form, second form, third form, final form, full power, and then ruler's final form. This is all base game. But I added golden. Don't question the horns. I tried to get rid of them, and I couldn't. There's golden full power. And then there's black. So that's the full normal lineup. I forgot I have to go through here. But then there's also... Oh yeah, you can go straight to golden. It's also God dang it. There's also god forms. I tried to add it to where I would be in base form on the first one, but this is base form. The closest I could get anyway. It gets rid of your mouth and makes the middle thing longer, but other than that it's normal. And then it goes into the second form, third form, and final form. That's the full lineup. And the god forms actually increase your health, among making you faster, and increases other stats. And that's it for the Frieza race. There's also the Namekian, yeah. So the Namekians have, I'm going to show off their base stuff. First form is giant. That goes full power. And then super Namekian. Before it went, like, just, you had to go through the whole lineup. But I made it to where you could go straight to full power. And then you could go into super Namekian. Whenever you're deactivating, though, you do still have to go through the giant. Of course, I also added God Key, which, you know, God form. There is a second step to this, or there is a second phase to this, but I'm actually going to keep that hidden until this is done being shown. This is the superhero boost Piccolo had. So there's Power Awakening. There's Orange. And then there's Orange Giant. Now going back to God Key. There's just using God Key. And then there's what I named Godly Power Awakening, which is God Key and Power Awakening. That's it for the Namekians. I hope Bio enjoyed his last. It is. Okay, good. I didn't know what to do with Majin. Because, like, I just didn't. So, going in order, there's Kid Majin, Evil Majin, Super Majin, and Ultra Majin. That's all of them. I made it to where you can go straight to Evil with Super Majin. But there's also God Key. I tried to make it to where you'd keep the fat base form, but I just couldn't. So you just go into evil form instead, or evil shape. And then there's a second step to God form called Super. I needed to just call it Super to make it use the form. I was gonna call it Super Godly, but oh well. And that's it for that. Giant. Giant base. I forgot that. I messed it up and I didn't fix it. There's supposed to be 3 forms of Majin. In fact, let me just go fix that real quick so I can show you. Okay, I'm back. We're gonna go back to... Okay. So it goes... So it goes... Large... Extra large... And then giant. This is as tall as the giant Namekian and the orange giant. And I think that's all. Yeah, it is. That's it for Majin. And now, the most. The one I gave the most forms. Making this one, or making the forms for this one kind of messed it up. So I have, so you have to go into perfect and semi-perfect separately. There's semi-perfect, and then there's perfection. Normally the going into perfect auto sets a lot of like colors. I changed that. So now you have more freedom. Yeah, going back to base from perfection do also go into semi-perfect. Saiyan forms. Should I start with that? I guess I already started with that. We're going in order. So there's, you go straight into perfect. By the way, go into perfect for most of these. There's Super, Super 2, Super 3. There's, I tried to make it go into base form, but I couldn't. This also changes the, it's really hard to see here. Let me go inside. If you look closely, the red is part of the form, but it also goes into. Did I mess it up? I messed it up. Shoot. Let me go fix it. Okay, I'm back. Again. Okay, straight to God form. I don't want it to be buggy. God dang it. If I move around a bit, normally that fixes it. Yeah, there we go. Straight to God form. Now this is the basically the bio androids God form. They don't have their own thing, but it keeps going. Goes into super blue, which changes the eyes and the lines there. Super blue evolves, which also changes the eyes and lines, but it's kind of harder to tell. This is the strongest form out of the Saiyan line. What's next? The Max. Of course, I had to add the Max form. Cell Max. I did what I could, and I tried my best to make it look like Cell Max. But this is it. But I also just went a step further, because I see it online sometimes. This is Max Perfection. He uses the, Cell Max form. Not Cell Max. Shit, he uses the perfect cell form. And that's off of the Cell Max line. What's next? Legendary. So I also added a legendary line, which is Broly. In the first form, you get to keep your eye color, but in the second and beyond, you lose that eye color. Legendary 1, Legendary 2, Legendary 3. Each actually makes you wider. Like, you already start with being a little wide, but you just get wider with every stage. That's legendary. The frost demon forms I also added. And it has golden, and it has black. Yeah. Shoot. After that, we have the Namekian forms. So we have Giant, because I just felt like they needed another giant form, I guess. Does it go any more to this? Yes. Oh, it goes into Power Awakening. Does it? Yeah, I can skip right into Power Awakening. There's Power Awakening, and there's also Orange. I wanted to make these a little different, which is why it changes the inside color and not the outside color like the golden form does. And that's all of them. I didn't add any human forms. Why didn't I add any human? I guess because it already has stuff that's does what the human form does. So that's all of the additions I've made to the DragonMine Z. Or no, DragonMine Z. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I don't know if I share my mod pack, it'll also share the stuff. But oh well, I'll share it with you guys. And have a good morning, night, or afternoon. Like and subscribe. And bye.